Good morning, everybody. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Thank you for being here with Chef Anthony. Today we are going to be cooking with Chef Anthony, but today is going to be a little bit different. First of all, happy new month. We are celebrating fall at Rayfield. And today just happened to be sandwich day. I like a good sandwich. I don't know about you, but I like me a good sandwich. So I'm going to make several simple sandwich dishes that you could participate at your home or wherever you at with your family. Just any given day is a good day such as this. Today we are going to be making a Philly sandwich. And you can get these items at your local Publix, Winn-Dixie, or Walmart, wherever you choose to go ahead and purchase. So I'm going to be using some frozen thin slice Philly steaks, is some thin sliced beef. Also, we will be making a French dip. I went to the deli at the Bravo store, and I was able to had them to slice me just about a half a pound of some roast beef. That is to make the French dip. And also, I got us some pastrami. I was trying to get some roast beef, but unfortunately it ran out. So we're going to be using pastrami to make a pastrami Reuben, or a Reuben pastrami, which way you would like to see it. And also we're going to be making an American classic, the club sandwich. All right, so we're going to start off with the French dip first. In order to do a good French dip, you would need some au jus. Now you could purchase it already, the powder mix. This is by Heinz. And you could purchase that at any one of the stores. And it just has a brown flavoring inside of it that you add to some water. And in order to make this, you're also going to need some hoagie roll. I also stopped at the bakery and got me a fresh batch of some hoagie rolls, which we're going to utilize that for making this French dip. And in addition to that, we're also going to be using it for the Philly steak. Okay, hoagie roll. And what we do with this, we take a serrated knife and we want to go ahead on and basically cut it halfway, leaving it in a form for us to put the roast beef into it. Now we're gonna take half of this, and they're already thin slice cut. Good roast beef is that the outer layer is slightly cooked, a little bit of the brownish, but the dynamics of it is that the center part of it still has that pink and that red look, simply because once you put it into the au jus, and the au jus is just basically just adding it to hot water and allowing it for the flavors to blend. That probably takes maybe anywhere between a good 1 to 2 minutes. It doesn't take that long. Once the temperature reaches to 180 plus, and you're good to go. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take approximately about probably 4 ounces right here of the roast beef. And on the pot back here, I already have the fire going. So I'm going to add the roast beef into the au jus. Basically what you're doing is that you're doing that to develop and to add the flavoring into the roast beef. Set the rest of that aside. Chef, may I have 2 of those the square plates? These? Yeah. see.
Need it?
Yeah.
A lot of cars behind him. I don't want to cut off cars.
Well, come up, come up.
No.
Alright, right about now, like I stated, is that we replace that down into the Aju, and at this point right now I'm gonna go ahead and snatch it out with these pear tongues. You wanna make sure that you practically drain the Aju from it, so that you're not literally using the Aju that's you don't want the bread to be totally soaking wet. Keep in mind it's called a French dip. I'm gonna show you why it's called a French dip. All right. This hoagie roll is already toasted, and basically once you have placed it into that hoagie roll, then you want to cut the bread at a diagonal. Okay, you want to cut the bread at a diagonal, and it's as simple as this. This is called a French dip. The reason why it's called French dip is because the Aju is what you're gonna take the sandwich. It's up to you if you desire to put mayonnaise inside of it, but believe it or not, this is just tasty all by itself. So it's called French dip because basically all you're gonna do is you grab hold of half of your sandwich and you dip it. I enjoy it. It's called a simple French dip. It doesn't take no more than approximately 3 minutes. Good to go. Very tasty and enjoyable dish. So that's just one of the dishes. Now we're gonna we're gonna perform right now. And we have 3. Is Coach back with that thing? Coach, is he back?
You call him in? I know why you call him my phone.
All right, right now we're gonna go ahead on and jump on making. I'm gonna go into the turkey pastrami. I'm using turkey pastrami to create a French Reuben. I was at the deli store, so I went on ahead and I had them to slice me a couple of turkey pastrami, which I'm gonna utilize that for the making of this particular dish. And in making this, I prefer to use rye bread because you want that particular taste that you're really looking for. And you're gonna find that in the rye bread. Now at home you may have a skillet pan, a perforated skillet pan, which what I'm using right now. I'm heating that up on the stove, and I'm gonna use some food release because I want to toast the bread. I want to toast the bread on the outward side of it, not the inward side, but at least the outward side. You want to have a nice little crunch flavor to it. All right. In making this particular Reuben, several things that you would need as far as the ingredients. You're gonna need some Thousand Island dressing. You're gonna need some sliced Swiss cheese, and you're also gonna need some sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is a good and a very unique way of making this particular dish. So the state is that we're going to go ahead and place the slice of the bread down. Now let's say we're going to need some Thousand Island dressing, so we most definitely are going to be using this particular brand here because I love this. It's from Lighthouse. It's very tasty, very, very tasty. Check the bread to make sure that it's toasting to our specific looks that we're looking for. Alright, while that is working, we're going to go ahead and add the pastrami. Keep in mind that a Reuben has to be built. So, in order for you to get a good Reuben built, you want to layer your pastrami or your corned beef as it's being compiled into a height. Then we're going to place some of that sauerkraut. Make sure that you drain it, that it's not running to the point where it becomes soggy. last and not least, we're gonna add some Swiss cheese on it. Place it in the oven for about, give or take, at least a good, just about a minute, While that is in there, then I'm going to go ahead and add the Thousand Island dressing on the far side of the other bread. Try to get you as much of the Thousand Island to cover the bread properly. You want to make sure that sandwich is, when you bite into it, that it's extremely juicy to that point. It's up to you with whatever you would like to add to your sandwiches. We've taken the liberty to go ahead and make some French fries, and we also have potato salad. So, or you could add whatever it is that you want to go as a side dish. Even soup is another side dish that you could eat along with your actual meal. Now, make sure your sandwich is mounted. It's important for it to be mounted. And at the same token, you want to cut it at a diagonal. And voila, that would be your Reuben. And I want to make sure that the Reuben has a signature partner that goes with it. A classic dill pickle. And a bit of some French fries. So there we go. We have two sandwiches. We have the French dip. Now we have the Reuben. Third, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to prepare and make the Philly steak sandwich. And I must say that the Philly steak sandwich is quite it's not only just a Philadelphia type of, even though it's best made in Philly, like they say, but seeing that you're in Chef Anthony's kitchen, it's going to be a good Philly sandwich, I'll tell you that. So in the frozen section of the stores at either Publix, Walmart, or the Winn-Dixie, whichever way you can find it, they're already separated and layered. So what we're going to do is that we have our pan on the back stove working. And we're going to saute up some sliced wedge bell pepper, onions, If you have mushrooms, you could utilize her mushrooms as well. We're going to be needing a hoagie roll for this purpose. Pinch of salt and pepper will be needed, necessary, and is required. Now we're going to add our thin sliced pretty steak to the saute pan. Bring the Philly home, we're gonna add some mozzarella, cheese on top. And then we're gonna place that into the oven. Let me have one of the other plates.
Why put it here now? I'm talking. We're ready to talk here. That's what they look like. They're not talking.
No, I like using a little bit of, I practically like mayonnaise on a lot of my food. It's up to you if you like mayonnaise, but before I could drop this Philly directly into this, I would like to make sure that my hoagie roll has that Miracle Whip touch. So we just want to give it just a minute for the cheese to melt, and then we're going to place that directly into the hoagie roll. Just about there, 30 seconds. make sure you kind of keep everything together. Sometimes it's a little bit easier than it looks. That will be your Philly steak. Again, I could top it off with a sliced dill pickle. And some French fries. So 1/3 sandwich. All right. Now, last and not least, the American Club sandwich. Okay, now for us to go on ahead and make us a good club sandwich. We're going to be using some wheat bread, and on each one of these slices we are going to go ahead and we're going to place some mayonnaise on them. You're making a good sandwich now. You want to make sure the mayonnaise completely covers the entire bread, okay? Don't just add just a dab. Get it up on there. Get it in there. Get it in there and get it on there good. You want a happy sandwich, you're going to have to make it really happy. Alrighty? Now, we're going to add some ham. And then a slice of some American cheese. And before we do that, I like adding just a little tab of mustard. Right? Then I add my cheese, and then I'm going to put the center, cover that down. Now I'm going to add the turkey, sliced turkey. Now you could get your turkey or you can make your turkey. Whichever you choose is quite easy and quite okay with me. And besides my turkey is cooked fresh, so I'm gonna let you know that's Chef Anthony. I like my stuff from scratch. All right, now I'm gonna add my lettuce, my tomato, and my onion. And also I'm going to add a slice of white cheese, whether you choose to use Swiss, white American, or cheddar. That's entirely and basically up to you. And we're going to add the last final touch, which is the top. And now we're supposed to be adding our fill pricks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coach, you ain't been in yet?
But the coach say you get it too. You call me twice and then you know you get it. So you have to way back.
Alright, so now, if you had your fill pricks in, which we don't have it with us, but anyhow, we will be cutting the sandwich in a triangle by cutting on the corners. With the fill pricks that's actually holding this in place, let me have one more dish, sir. Let me have one more of the plates. It will entirely come out to be like this. And in this case, scoop of some potato salad to finish this off. And that will be your American Club. So you have your American Club sandwich, which is cold. You got your hot sandwiches here, which is the Philly steak, the Reuben, and as well as the French dip. There are several other sandwiches that we can make, and we will probably get around to it sooner or later. But for today, this is National Sandwich Day, and whether you want it hot or cold, you make it your own when you put it to the test. Now all you got to do is just dig in and try the rest. All right. Thank you for spending this time with me, Chef Anthony. Have a wonderful day and enjoy yourself.